Hi, my name is Hilary, and today I'm going to be refuting to Florence's argument. And the main proposition is abortion is causing significant social harm. The secondary claims are that abortion is ending human life and it is killing, and abortion is causing psychological damage to women, and abortion may lead to future medical problems for the mother. The first secondary claim, abortion is ending human life and killing, is not a fact. It differs to a person's opinion. Abortion may not be killing a person. One of the evidence listed by the arguer for this claim is from the Federal Unborn Victims of Violence Act that recognizes the fetus in the uterus as a legal victim, and that when a criminal attacks a pregnant woman and injures both her and her unborn child, the criminal has claimed to be human victims. The arguer has taken this evidence out of context and putting it under her own bias. Although they declared this to be a law, they didn't significantly say that abortion is a crime. The law explicitly provides that it does not apply to any abortion to which a woman has consented, to any act of the mother herself, legal or illegal, or to any form of medical treatment. The arguer stated the point that the fetus feels pain if abortion is done beyond 20 weeks of gestation. However, according to a 2014 study by Dr. Tara Jaguli, an obstetrician gynecologist in Georgia, about 98.7% of abortion were performed under 20 weeks of gestation, which means in most abortions, the fetus don't feel any pain as they haven't developed enough. Therefore, if abortion is really killing, then women who have had abortion before should be arrested because they are committing a crime. However, in reality, the law has not specified a woman should be arrested of abortion, and the statement abortion is killing is potentially the argument's own bias towards the subject. The second claim is abortion is causing psychological damage to women. The arguer listed evidence that young adult women who undergo abortion may be at an increased risk for subsequent depression, and they have feelings of anxiety. But in a 2016 study by JAMA Psychiatry, a peer-reviewed medical journal published by the American Medical Association, the study shows that during a 5-year period, women receiving wanted abortions had similar or better mental health condition than women and those who were denied to have abortion. And there is no evidence to justify laws that require women seeking abortion to be forewarned about the negative psychological damage. Moreover, the effect of being denied on abortion may be more detrimental to women's psychological well-being than allowing women to obtain their wanted procedures. Also, the arguer states that women are more likely to commit suicide after having an abortion. But according to a 2018 study by the American Journal of Psychiatry, the results states that levels of suicidal ideation were similarly low between women who have had abortion and those who were denied. Policies requiring that women be warned that they are at increased risk of becoming suicidal if they choose abortion are not evidence-based. These evidence indicates that there are no significant psychological effects to women who have had abortion. And the third secondary claim is that abortion may lead to future medical problems to the mother. The arguer stated that induced abortion may have risk of having miscarriages and breast cancer in the future. This is proven to be wrong by one large study in the New England Journal of Medicine that examined 11,800 women who had undergone a first trimester miscarriage. The study found that medically induced abortion did not cause an increased risk for breast cancer. The National Cancer Institute, or NCI, conducted a study in 2003 that was reaffirmed in 2010, which concluded that having an abortion does not increase a woman's risk to having breast cancer. This is all assuming the abortion is done under a regulated healthcare setting. These studies confirm that regulated abortion does not lead to significant health risk in the future, therefore it is safe to do. And following all of this, the main proposition of the claim does not follow the secondary claim. The secondary claim does not prove the main proposition. as it is abortion is causing significant social harm, but the secondary claims does not have much to do with the social setting in this case. In conclusion, the topic of abortion is killing or not depends on a person's ethics or opinion. Comparisons between women who have had abortion and women who were denied show that those who were denied have significantly more negative effects to their mental well-being. And if an abortion is done under a regulated healthcare setting, there should be no significant health risks in the future after abortion. Thank you.
All right, structurally, you do a good job signposting what the secondary points are going to be and labeling them as you get to each of those individual points. On the first point, you have a challenge on the definition, and basically it comes down to the fact that the act that the advocate cites also provides a significant exception, an exception that happens to be talking about the very issue that the advocate is talking about. So I think that that's a good way to present that particular argument. The one statistic that you include there, that 98% of the abortions occur before the 20-week gestation period, which I think was also mentioned in the act, I think is another way to minimize the significance of the affirmative argument on that particular point. The notion that it ends a life, you kind of suggest that that's an opinion. All arguments are opinions. The question is what kind of an opinion it is. There's a value claim that's going on here. I think it's clearer that that's your argument at the end of the speech than it was at this particular point. On the second point, on the psychological risk, they emphasized the issue of depression. Yours suggested that they didn't have any more psychological harms or risks. You had a long-term study. There's not really any particular description of what the advocate's evidence is and how they've reasoned and why it's problematic. It's mostly counterclaim that's being presented here. And then the same thing with the suicide information. I'm not sure that the advocate presented information on this point. There's no discussion of what information they provided. There's basically counterclaim evidence on this point. And then the issue of future medical problems. Once again, I think that you've got good rebuttal evidence. That's basically the way we should describe it. You've got rebuttal arguments. I'm not sure that you come to grips with the advocate's issues. And when we're contrasting these things, when we're in the debates, for example, we'll have heard this information immediately beforehand, and one of the things that you want to do is kind of explain why your argument, and especially your evidence, better answers the point than the advocate's does, and you generally don't talk about the advocate's evidence at all. You mostly, just like I said, present the rebuttal information. I thought you had a pretty good summary of your argument as well. Thank you.